Hi, Eric Wilson here, independent licensed mechanic with 30 years of experience. In the next 6 to 7 minutes, I'm going to show you the inside story on this 2013 Ford Focus Titanium model. Okay, coming in on the front left tire on aggressive snow tires, you got about 50% tread on aggressive snow tires, down but definitely not out. Good for the wintertime. Now, coming behind the front left tire, this is the left lower ball joint, and it is tight, critical, because it holds the wheel to the chassis. Now, brakes, you've got about 20,000 K left on your front brakes. Rotors are clean, no scores that I can see on your rotors. So brakes, you got lots of brakes. You got about 50% wear left on your brakes, 20,000 K left. Now, this is your left outer CV boot. Now, it's full of grease, and if it was ripped, you see it, grease all over the place. Important not to be, because it lubricates the CV joint, and it's constantly moving. Now, this is the inner CV boot. Same thing, full of grease. If it was ripped, you see it right away. Good and dry. More importantly, right here is a leak point. This is where the drive shaft comes out of the tranny, and if it's going to leak, you see oil all around here, and that is good and dry. No oil on your driveway. Oh yeah. Now this is the bottom of your transmission here, and you can see for yourself, good and dry. Again, no oil on driveway. Now this is your left outer tie rod, and that's the most critical thing in the entire car. It's the only thing that holds the wheel to the steering, and it is tight. This is your left sway bar link connected from here up to there. Now that's important to be connected because it dampens the sway when you go around the corner, and it is connected and tight. Now coming across the bottom of the motor here, see for yourself, good and dry, no oil leaks. That's another plus of all. Now this is your coming in on the right front tire, about 50% tread on aggressive snow tires, so definitely got tread for the winter time there. Now this is your right lower ball joint. It is tight. The brakes, about 20,000 K on your front. Your right outer CV boot, good and dry. Your right lower ball joint is tight. Coming up behind, the right sway bar link connected from here up to here is intact and doing its job. The right outer CV boot, the right outer tie rod is tight, critical. The right inner CV boot right here, if you can see for yourself, good and dry. Here's another leak point. If it was going to leak, it would leak right here where the drive shaft comes. The right drive shaft comes out of the tranny, and that is good and dry. Now here is, yeah, so far so good. It's going to follow it down on your exhaust. Oh, your exhaust intact. No issues with that. No cracks, no breaks. Okay, and coming, this is your muffler. Again, no cracks, no breaks, no issues with your exhaust. Now, your right rear tire, there's a little bit less tread on the right rear tire, about 30 to 40% tread on your, so down, definitely down, not out, but definitely down. You might want to be thinking about a set of rear tires for the winter time there, because they are down. Now the right rear swing suspension, this is right here and intact and doing its job. No cracks, no breaks. Your right rear brakes about 20,000 K, about same as the front, about 20,000 K left on the rear as you have on the front. No issues with brakes that I can see. Now this tube right here is full of oil. That's the right rear shock. And what you can do with, now, if that was leaking, you would see it dripping all the way down there, and it is not. So the right rear suspension is doing its job and intact. Now, this is the right rear sway bar. This is the right rear sway bar connection, connected from here to here, intact, doing its job. The left rear sway bar link connected from here to here, doing its job. The left rear suspension, no cracks, no breaks. The left rear shock, if you follow it up, good and dry. About 20,000 K left on your rear brakes. Your rear left tire down about 30% tread, less than the front, but down, but definitely not out. Now, what I'm going to do is take you and show you the condition of the any issues with the motor and the motor running. Okay, now with the motor running, what you got there is, okay, let's get your K. 145, 895 K. No check engine lights that I can see. No cracks in your windshield. Dash looking clean. Now I'm going to take you up and show you the condition of the motor. Okay, with the motor running, And a shot of the exhaust for the motor running. Very, very clean. Now, the first thing I always do when I take a look at any car is I look under the oil cap for any kind of indication of white goo, which would be a mixture of oil and antifreeze. And I am not seeing anything here, and I'm not surprised because it's only 145,000 K. I am not seeing anything of any concern with the car, run-wise, brake-wise, suspension-wise. Tires a little low at the back. The motor running good as far as I can tell, and as far as I can tell, the thing has been well maintained. So hopefully this will you can make an informed decision. Now, if you buy the vehicle, come to me and I'm going to put on a 10% fuel saving device, so that'll save you 10% of your fuel, and I've been doing it for 20 years and it never fails, and that costs you nothing, my friend. It takes me like 15 minutes to install and it never stops working. Anyway, hopefully this will help you make an informed decision, and have a good one.